tai kuti we want to come and be property owners tichirentesa before wavaka imba secure yourself investment inokudzorera mari, because ukavaka imba, a house is not an investment. A house yauri kugara is not an investment. It's a necessity because you need a roof on your top. Itai muri ikoko mosangana pamunenge mchiti tikuinda kwa Japreza kana kuti tikuinda kunoona maititi vachiperforma, gather up and make my groups to say, ladies, we want to build a mall ku Zimbabwe. How can we go? Twenda ku town council tinoona ma prizes ari kuti land ingaita mari. You get your commercial land. Kana mafunga out we want to do houses. Moenda monotenga your piece of land. Iri enough kuvaka ma 10 houses. Maisa 10 houses. Mukafunga kuti ma rentals are not good enough. You can sell them. This is what I personally feel. Mukavaka, do you know why South Africa it's easier kuti vanhu vanobhadhara mabond edzimba? Because a lot of investors vanouya. Vakauya, vainvesta, vakawanda kudaro ma property investors. Then people, you can be comfortable kuti mune 100, 200 units, 300 units, vanhu vachikubhadharai ma installments. Mabhadharwa ma installments, makuenda kune imwe property, makuenda kune imwe property. When you start signing businesses like this, easy business yekuti you be saying, I want my returns after 1 year. I want my returns after 2 years. These are 5-year plan, 10-year plan. When you are thinking big, it's got nothing to do with 1-year plan, kana kuti 2-year plan. You need to understand kuti when you start the project, ichashika pa time yekuti you will invest mari yenyu, then gradually the returns will start coming. Kana ma returns atanga kuya, it also takes time for you guys kuti mutange kuwana ma results. It involves my lawyers. You involve the lawyers in it. Kana maita, when you are doing business, this is business. Ajisi kuti ndoda kubaka stand, kana kuti ndoda kutenga ma grocery. So it needs people people that are willing to say, okay, this is what I want to do with my investments. The guy that came to me said, Sispeni, every week we are buying a car. 2015, when I started with the Uber business, Munom Cape Town, a lot of my driver were not on this about mother via Uber because time to pama motkar my drivers. I would get drivers that were driving for me, and then eventually Pakazo we are Taxify. Uber was the first thing to come. Taxify ndo vayatanga. I remember ndichiudza driver wangu ndikati rega kushaina nemotkari siri yako. Learn, you are very young. Chale anondipupurira panapa. I think now he's in Zimbabwe and he's doing so well. Then he was only 24 years old. He got excited because he's driving on the platform. He's doing his things and all. Ndikamudza ndikati, you know what? Join my groups. Arikutengerana vanhu motkari. Buy your own car. We've been doing my groups a motkari. But then you end up saying, okay, I want something big. Then you move from that. I'm so glad Veku Strand came up and said, Isustru kutengerana motkari. Bravo, that's the way to go. I'm also glad Kuti you guys came up and said, thank you so much for the advice. We also want to buy. I only realized Kuti in Western Cape, Mamasbury, they're selling my stands as well. You can even buy property as much as you are moving around. Pane pieces of land. Sometimes people are selling that piece of land. Mova kama villa enyu. This is the time you're supposed to be talking about villas. This is not the time yekuti wakatombo kwira ndege 16 hours. Uchinoshanda long hours. And then in your old age, wadzokera ku Zimbabwe, you've got a beautiful house here wakavaka. What are you going to do in that beautiful house? Usina an income. Usina any income that's coming. What are you going to do? Is the question that we're supposed to start asking and saying, Dati Tange, to think outside the box. Think outside the box and invest. That's what I felt. I will constantly come reminding people. I'm not yet where I want to. When I feel I'm also ready to start investing with people, I will come, because I'm still doing my research. I am still doing my research, and if there are people that might be wanting, I will come. Right now, I'm just giving people advice. Go for it. Itai kana muri ku UK, muri ma family members, makaenda muri 10, muri 20. Itai kuti pa growth point penyu, but location also, where you, if you feel you want to do business, you need to identify the location. Kuti urwinda kunoitira business rako kupi. You understand? Because it will not make sense. It will not make sense kuti uitire business kusina ma returns. You need to identify the location. If you can get a lot of people, because vakabuda vakaenda outside the country, we are learning a lot. I am so blessed kuti inini ndakatobvawo ku Zimbabwe ndikauya Cape Town, and ku Cape Town ndinokuti my little London. I don't need to be in London if I'm in Cape Town, because everything that I need to see and learn is here in Cape Town. So I am glad kuti the years that I'm staying here, I'm learning so much. It's not about wearing expensive clothes. It's about securing your future as a person. Where will you be 10 years later, 20 years later, you're not able to work? Ku London, kuno durama rent house. In the foreign land, kuno durama rent house. A lot of you guys, muruku garamuna, dzimba dzamakatenga ikoko. For those that managed to buy, well done. But watenga imba yako,